Are we in there? Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the From Let's Talk From discussion. We have James, the Walking Dead, and we have Dana from the Witches Brew. Shouts out to them. Make sure y'all drop y'all links down below to y'all discords and to because you're a mod, right, Dana? I think James is a mod too, right?
I will tell you right now. I'm typing in your chat.
I think you're a mod.
All the buttons, pushing all the buttons.
Pushing all the good buttons, y'all. We gonna talk some fun. We gonna talk the trailer. We're also gonna go back and talk about the Free a little bit because I know y'all had some time to rewatch it and give your honest opinions about it. So we are go dive into everything from and talk some side conversations too. How y'all feel about that?
Let's go. Let's go from.
Yeah. It's exciting. There's a lot of
Have
little
y'all seen the
details.
trailer?
Yeah.
You've seen the
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah.
I have not. I have not.
I tell you what, we are finna play it right now, so we could get a quick recap of.
Oh, the season, the
Is it
episode 3
sound,
trailer.
y'all?
Yes,
Because I
I
know the
have.
sound be messing up. Can y'all hear it?
I've seen it. Sorry, I don't know what I
You
was thinking about.
have seen
Yes.
it. Okay. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. So y'all have seen it, but we gonna still play it a little bit. I know YouTube be tripping about the timing period, so I'm gonna try to. It's not but 30 seconds anyway. I mean, YouTube, let a brother get a break.
Yeah, right. YouTube. That's a conversation for another day. Yes, because I remember I got pissed off at Tabitha. Yes, so I did see this. I got
It's
pissed
crazy.
fucking Tabitha.
Is Henry trying to protect Tabitha, or is it like some type of he's about to do something? Which y'all like? How y'all feel about that? Like, is he trying to protect Tabitha or protect the tree?
I think he's trying to protect Tabitha from doing something stupid because, she's getting ready to go back through the tree like she hasn't learned her fucking lesson. Jim just died. Okay. You just promised him you're going to take care of your kids and you're already running off to the woods.
Right. I mean, the
True,
trailer
true.
actually kind of hit me opposite. It almost feels like Henry's trying to do something and Tabitha's trying to stop him. So it'll be interesting to see how it
Oh,
plays out. And I wonder why. Why are Tabitha and Henry at the bottle tree together?
hmm.
Oh, like how they hooked up.
I mean,
Yeah.
originally they were supposed to meet up at the original bottle tree at the park. So maybe it's kind of symbolizing what they were supposed to do in reality, apart to what they're actually about to do in back in Fromland. You know what I'm saying? Because in
Mhm.
season 3, they were supposed to go to the original bottle tree at the park. That caused the accident. They never did that. And I really hope they don't take Henry out because that shit is gonna hurt Victor like
Oh,
hell.
it'll destroy him. Scarlet.
Because he called
Scarlet's here.
it'll destroy
Yeah, that'll kill Victor.
Scarlet. Scarlet, where is she?
I can't see
Like
nothing.
I really don't want to see. Hold on. Where's where? Oh, here she is. I'm blind as
Hey, what's
fuck.
up, guys? No, you're good, man. I was late.
Right. I'm
What's
like
up,
looking and I'm like, I
Scarlet?
can't see anything. I can't see anything. I'm not used to being a guest in StreamYard, damn it.
Good,
Mm. I had to scroll down. It was a little scroll down. What's going on, Scarlet? How you doing?
good. So I'm a little late doing all the chores and things.
Yeah,
Trying to get
yeah.
all the
That's why I
house
said
together.
just join up whenever you free. How you feeling? You good today?
Oh yeah, doing good. It's the daily
Uh,
grind, my friend.
Right.
damn right. Another day. Another day.
But we are one day closer to episode 3.
Oh
And we're
yeah.
also closer to Friday Night Fever. So make sure y'all subscribe to Scarlet. The people that's in
Woo-hoo.
here. Go to Scarlet's channel. Make sure y'all check out Friday Night Fever because it be jumping. It be jumping over there. I
We're gonna
promise.
try to have some fun. We're gonna try. Let's see what
Right,
happens.
right. Try is the word of the day.
Have you seen the new trailer, Scarlett? For
No, I didn't
Merrily
check it
We
out
Go?
yet. I mean, I've kind of seen bits of it, but I hadn't like sat down and watched it yet.
Did you want to
I know
take a
I
peek
know
at it right
Dana
quick?
was talking about it and stuff, so like I kind of got like a little bit of a gist of it, but I got to really sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I mean it's a quick 30 seconds. You know, they don't show really too much. My favorite scene was when Julie was about to go Mike Tyson on Sophia.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's interesting.
that was
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun bits
You
because
know,
if she saw anything, I wonder if she's gonna sense what the fuck she is now. I thought it was gonna be Sarah, but if Julie does it, that's interesting.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Or is Sophia trying to trigger Julie in some way?
yeah. She just, I figure it. Sophia said something. The way the piece in the trailer played out, Sophia said something like just trying to get under their skin. You know, that's her whole mission is to tear. You know, get them to tear themselves apart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Julie's about to tear Miss Sophia apart, so she better be careful.
I hope not. I hope Sarah, because I hate to say it, but I mean Julie, come on now. We've seen this numerous of times according to the man in yellow. I'm really hoping Sarah finds out first and Julie helps her in the midst of things, but I can see Sarah being told from the voices because I don't think the voices are connected to the man in yellow. The
Okay.
Sarah voices, I think that's a whole different being, a whole, you know, there's something else that we just haven't seen yet, or that we haven't been explained yet. I mean, it's still a possibility it could be the man in yellow, but I think the voices, is a whole different being, and I think that's why, she'll, because I think in the trailer we saw her actually maybe having a vision or hearing a voice. So
And Sophia's in the room.
right. And at first I was thinking maybe Sophia could trigger the voices, but I'm thinking also maybe the voices are telling Sarah, hey, get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's somebody in the town that's not supposed to actually
Right.
be there.
Could they be warning her of Sophia?
Right, and are all the voices
Yeah.
the same? Because Sophia'd be hearing all kinds of different voices. Like the one for Fatima, it could have been guiding her, but then the way she explained it was like not very nice.
Mhm.
But then you got other voices, so I don't know. And then you got the one telling her to kill people. So I mean, delete Ethan possibly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, and made a mistake and deleted her brother. It's
Right.
crazy.
Hmm.
I mean, she just got up like, what do you know? Like, what made you say that? And Sophia's just like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It kind of tripped me out because she was bullying Sophia low key in this scene. A tad bit.
Well, is this like one of their town meeting kind of situations?
I mean, if you look at this scene, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of people in the diner. I actually have it on mute, but I can still play it a
I was
little
gonna
bit.
say,
It
yeah, I
looks
don't know.
like-
I was gonna say I didn't really know what was going on, so I didn't even know if it was like they were just hanging out in there, like she was getting some breakfast and. Okay, yeah, what a town meeting. Okay.
Yeah, you see Kenny, we see Boy, we see a couple of red shirts in the background. I think we just seen Jade. No, that's not Jade. That's just the old man back there.
Oh man, what if she says something about Jim? Like not even necessarily trying to be like say anything directly mean, but just something in general that like,
No,
oh,
I
is
mean,
that your dad hanging there? Oh, you're saddled there.
Technically, Sophia just lost her dad also, or I don't know if technically is the right word.
So maybe she's trying to like, oh,
You
I
know,
just
to
lost my
them.
daddy. And she's like, you don't have any idea. Did your daddy get ripped apart like mine? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
no, seriously.
Because it's like we know what Sophia is, and it's just like so it gets more friggin' frustrating the more we're just like these people like wake up, don't like you just want to scream at them. You just
Yeah.
want to
What's up,
fucking
Iron?
scream at them.
What's up,
Welcome.
Irons RM3? Yep.
Welcome. You enjoying the season?
welcome.
from. But
And
that'd be interesting to see what she says to her.
yeah, I'm with everything broke down. This is probably the most interesting thing about the trailer. But then the boy in white also, he says,
James, the man in white.
"Yeah, you're figuring things out, but you're running out of time."
Our boy is all grown up.
Mm-hmm. And it says if he ends up growing up into the man in yellow or something weird, I swear I'm done with the show. Like they gotta stop playing, man. Like he's growing up now. He never grew up before. He's been a little boy all
He
these
chubby as
years,
hell too.
and now
Right?
all of a sudden
His
he's like,
voice is all deep, like.
they get crazy. Thick.
The man in
love
white
this
is
thing.
like has skipped puberty and went straight to grown man status. My boy said, "You're running out of time. You're figuring it out, but you're running out of
Man,
time."
I
Like
swear to God, he
who?
turns into Martin or something. I'm done. Like he gonna end up aging. That's why, Boyd, I sent you there to save me, you piece of shit. He messed
It's
up
gonna
the
be
story.
hilarious.
Damn
But,
it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, you good. I had to cough. I'm sorry. But
No,
I think
just-
the boy in white has always been weird to me. He's I don't think he is a no contest said Unk in white. I mean, he's not far from it.
He
He's
getting
not
there.
far from it. I always found the boy in white weird. I don't think that he's this angelic being. If my only question is, it's like he put Victor in this arrested development, no pun intended. I'm not talking about the show, but he has Victor in this hole for like 30 plus years when he could have sent him home to his remaining family, which was Henry. So why keep a child around this place where the monsters come out at night? You really, you can't do anything. Like, so why not just send him home if he was truly your friend, if you're an angelic being like everybody wants him to be? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we still don't know the rules. So it's like,
yeah, why he get to knock Tabitha?
did he break the rules with that? We don't know. Could he not send Victor out? We don't, until we really get some, okay, this is how it works. We don't know why he didn't help anybody, but that doesn't necessarily make him bad. You know what I
he's
mean?
Sus though. He's still on the.
Oh,
sus.
he's definitely sus. He's definitely sus. But I don't know if
him.
we could put him in the category of bad yet.
True.
I
can't
that's what I'm
place
saying.
him.
I'm not sure.
I can't place him truly in the story though. Like if he's guiding our characters, okay, I get that to a degree. But then like now he's aging and they made sure to kind of note it. And it's not just us watching it and we're like, okay, the actor's aging, right? Victor even like they made a note with Victor to kind of say, hey, you're changing.
Yeah.
Like, so what about who he is to the story is allowing him to change with this place as they can. So again, is he going to actually grow up into another character we haven't seen? And it's like, yeah, y'all need to figure it out so I can be released. Like, is he the child that's left to be saved? Like, I don't, because he was the only one in the tower.
Yeah, he was. Mm-hmm.
So like he confuses me a little bit.
Pretending to be the children that so-called needs saving. That's who he was pretending to be. But
and then now all of a sudden he's growing up. He's able to be in dreams. He's able to pop in and around. Similarly, like the man in yellow, but not the man in yellow, right? Like it's weird.
Very.
Because it's not just opposite entities. Because then, like you said, you would think he would be able to help some of these people out a little bit better. Okay, I get games and rules, but then, okay, well, what was about the rules that allows you to push Tabitha out? Like, because apparently he's tried different means with each generation. The way he talked to Christopher and them, and then now the way he's talking here, like, okay, y'all are almost getting it. The way he talked to Victor, well, y'all, I'm tired of trying to help y'all this way. Y'all are going to have to figure it out a different way this time. So what is it about his powers and the rules that allows him to maneuver the way he does? And then the man in yellow get to strike them down when they gain knowledge.
It's part of the game. We just don't know the rules exactly.
Yeah.
right?
It's
But
chaos.
it's
I'm
also,
trying
weird.
to figure out the pattern here. I figure if we just start talking about it like that, maybe it'll.
Right.
but we do also see that one of his dogs possibly gets, you know, done off. What if that's punishment for what he did with Tabitha?
Well, I think that's what we thought was the dog. That was the goat, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe the dog is safe.
Oh, was it?
Well,
Okay. You know my
okay,
eyeballs.
I think the dog is safe. I think the dog is safe. But I want to ask this question from Iron. He wants to know, what are y'all thoughts on the Lake of Tears being the escape route? This is also multiple references about Boys Boat. Time to find the lake, folks. What y'all think about that?
Yeah. I think we've on Dana and Scarlett's live streams, we have touched on that a little bit. So it's a possibility. It's definitely a theory. Boyd's boat comes into play, and they do talk about the Lake of Tears. So you're onto something, Iron.
And I'm curious too, is it going to actually be a lake? I mean, we get the boat references, we get a few things from Victor's drawings that kind of indicate maybe a flood has happened. So and the way this place works with like its wording of things and
Very
how it maneuvers.
ambiguous.
Right. So I'm wondering if it's not an actual lake. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just curious if they're kind of like, okay, we're thinking it's a lake of tears, like an actual lake somewhere, but I don't know what it. I'm trying to think because they're weird about how this place works with items and other things. So even like Boyd's boat key, I have a feeling that's his item, kind of how Jasper was Christopher's item.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if you think of all the tears from the people who've passed away and the items are kind of part of their memories, do we not mourn the loss of people? And when you see an item, when you see a keepsake, does it not remind you? Do you not get kind of teary-eyed? So I don't know, something about remember and items might have something to do with the Lake of Tears. I don't know how yet, though.
I mean, it's a possibility that everything is connected. Like, I think it's a possibility. Like, I agree with Robert Saunders and Nick L. Like, I think they should look around the lighthouse for the Lake of Tears. But it's funny how the boy in white hasn't said anything about the Lake of Tears. It's always go to the tree. It's never go to the go to the Lake of Tears.
Right, because it's about them remembering. He's wanting them to remember, right? The man in yellow doesn't want them to remember. He doesn't want them to have the knowledge, seemingly. So again, if they have to remember things, could you not imagine the amount of tears that'll be shed when these people remember exactly what happened, exactly what they did? I don't know why I'm thinking the Lake of Tears is not going to actually be a lake, but more of this memory sort of like kind of like a funeral, or just, I don't know, something where people are going to have to actually kind of deal with what has happened. I don't know. But maybe because they have a lake, right? Otherwise, they already found the lake, and Jim went to the lake, right? He went to that lake. They've already seen the Brundles. Like, where is this other mysterious lake at?
Right? Like, where else is left for them to look?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the children had a lot of tears down
Right.
there. I'm assuming down there in the caves, and there was James. Didn't you talk about the water that Tabitha had found down there? One of you guys was talking about that. So maybe it has something to do with the caves. I don't know.
Do anyone think or have thought that the kids look like they've been drowned?
Possibly, I could see that. Just the way that they're kind of wet, like their hair is and stuff, like especially the little girl and stuff like that. Like their bodies were underwater and they got the little wounds on them when you pull the bodies out.
I could definitely see that too, James. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe the children got sacrificed through per flood. That sounds. I mean, well, why put them on the slabs though? If they was just meant to be drowned, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I mean, never mind. I can see that too. Put them on slabs. Wait for the flood to come. So yeah, sacrifice them to the water gods, I guess. Because
that's what Kimono Lady was
still
doing.
believing
Didn't
it's
she
gonna be a flood?
drown? The Kimono Lady was trying to drown Elgin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
She
Did we get a
was.
thread?
She
Did we catch
was.
a thread? Oh fuck! Hang on to it.
It was.
But
Don't let it go.
but At the same time, when that happened, and my memory may be totally off, when she pushed him underwater, it was so that he couldn't hear the music box.
Well, that was a theory. That was not
Oh,
confirmed.
okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
That was what some folks believed it to be. It never like told us that's why he went underwater, because he woke up like drowned, like he was still spitting up water and shit.
Yeah.
Now it could have been, but they never confirmed that.
Vic wants to know why don't they try to bum rush him and restrain him? So what? So he could just slit everybody's throat at a drop of a dime? You know?
Right?
Hmm.
Because he'd probably just go poof and
Okay.
vanish.
Nah, for real. There's no
He gonna
telling.
transform
Like
and start popping into a spider or something. Are we talking about the man? Yeah,
we
which one are we
don't
talking
know.
about?
I thought she was talking about the boy in white.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
well, either
Yeah.
one. He might start popping into a spider too. He might have been the spider that come down. We don't even. I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
That's why I feel like in season 5 they have to give us a few flashback episodes because I want to know where their power comes from. The boy in white, the man in yellow. You know, like, is it unlimited? Do they have a weakness? I feel like that's going to take a couple of episodes because if the boy in white is equivalent to the man in yellow, then there's no telling how far they can go with their powers. You know, we just seen a 90-year-old man almost shapeshift into a 15-year-old girl. Can he shapeshift into the crows? Can he shapeshift into dogs? Can the boy in white shapeshift into these animals? They use Boyd as a, that Boyd uses as a map. Like he followed the dog in the first season. The first season he found the talismans. That's what we know. He was following the dog, got lost in the woods, and found the talisman. So it's like, can the boy in white maybe like anamorph it out? I don't know. I don't know if y'all know about Animorphs, but that used to be one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. Like, can the boy in white shapeshift into these German shepherds or these crows? And can the man in yellow only shapeshift into other human beings? That's why they need to get more in depth with the powers of the man in yellow and the boy in white. It only feels right. How y'all feel about that?
Because if he could shapeshift into the dogs, but we've seen him at the same time as the dogs. So I'm going to say no, but that doesn't mean the dogs aren't something else shapeshifted into the dogs. I don't necessarily think it's the boy in white, just because if you guys remember when we saw Victor see him after the massacre, we see the boy in white and the
Okay, yeah.
dogs at the same time.
Right.
But
Okay,
it
yep,
doesn't
you're right.
mean that the dogs still aren't something else shapeshifted into the dogs. Because remember, Sarah says she hears voices. So there could be more than just the boy in white. So
I forgot that the boy in white was saying after. Yeah, you're right. The boy in white was saying then the German Shepherds show up. You're absolutely right. Yep, I forgot about that.
but I don't know if you guys peeped it, and I could be wrong because I need your eyeballs on it. I need somebody who could actually see. When Tabitha is having her vision in the lighthouse, do you guys
Mhm.
notice the book she picks up? Is it the Chromonocle? Is it the book?
What, in the new trailer or in the past
No,
seasons?
in the past seasons, because when I clipped it to put in my video, I noticed Tabitha sees uh Ethan's toys, Norman and the other toy, and then
Yeah.
she has the book is sitting there, but I
Mhm.
couldn't make out what the book was.
I didn't see it. I didn't see. I didn't even know she picked up the book. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you
Yeah.
talking about when she has the vision of
Yeah,
before
in the
she sees
lighthouse
it?
and sees Jim hanging upside down.
Ooh.
There is she picks up a book after she sees Ethan's two little toys.
Yeah.
I have the screenshot because I took it. And I just with my eyeballs I couldn't make out what the book was. Hold on. Let me
I'm gonna be honest. honest. That whole vision was just foreshadowing what was to come. There's like Jim hangs upside down. She calls out for Ethan. Ethan finds Jim upside down in the barn. That was just all the way 100% foreshadowing. That was perfect though for me. I loved it. I loved it. I love when things comes back like in a twist like that, metaphorically, subliminally speaking. Because we seen that season 1 and look what unfolds in season 4 is crazy.
I sent you guys the screenshot in Discord. You tell me if you can make out what the book is. Cause oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, hold on, guys. I thought I got a better screenshot of her holding the book. There it is. Sorry, wrong one. Try again. Try again. It's this one. It's that one.
Let me see what Dana Marie talking.
Hold on, I'm sending it.
Because I didn't notice that she picked up the book. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes. There you go. But I can't, even zooming in, I can't make out what the book is.
It doesn't look like the same Kramanako book, but and I guess that's the cover that's facing us, not the back cover.
I don't know. I just felt like, because remember, James, even you said, like, they said the answers are in season 1. So if she's picking up this book, she sees Norman and the other little toy. Like, it's just all kind of going back to the late years and the Kramanako and the story.
So, yeah, it makes sense.
Did they foreshadow her picking up the book? Like, okay, people, this is what matters. But when I couldn't make out.
I'm trying to pull it up in the chat so chat can see it.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know, Iron. We still don't know if the man in yellow is the final boss. We don't know if he is the big bad. I mean, I know there's stuff out there saying that the showrunners or something said that he was, but I'm sorry. I still don't think you could always believe that shit. Sometimes they say shit just to throw us off.
Let me tell you something. I don't know. Andrew Garfield denied for 3 years, that he was going to be in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, right? And come to find out, he was lying, like basically just all out lying. Hey, yeah, that's not me, And we literally seen a green screen of him shooting a No Way Home scene. So that right there, when that happened with Andrew Garfield, that just was telling me, okay, these actors, they will lie to you just to keep their NDA, still guaranteeing the agreement they got with the writers, the producers, directors, or what may have them. But ever since then, I mean, I trust little of what these actors tell us or producers, or not saying that they're lying to the audience, but at the same time, they can't tell you everything. That's guaranteed. That they can't tell you everything.
It makes me think of the cave paintings. We still see that big red image with like the tentacle arms or whatever you want to call it, and to me, it's still not screaming that is the man in yellow.
No.
Like, I don't know. I'm not seeing the correlation between the man in yellow and that cave image.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see the man in yellow being. I think he's the president. There's a CEO still out there somewhere. That's just my opinion. He is the. I hate to say it, I hate to compare it, but he is the Henry from, is it his name Henry on Stranger Things?
Which character?
Was it Vecna, the human form of Vecna?
Yes, his name was Henry.
It was Henry. Okay, so you have Henry and then you have the Mind Frayer. I think the man in yellow is equivalent to Henry, and there's a mind frayer out there, but we are tight, you know what I'm saying, mind frayer type of being, and we just haven't seen it yet. You know, I mean, that may sound far reach, but I just don't think the man in yellow, he could be. It's still like I said, y'all, this is all speculation. He could really be the big bad, but I just don't think so.
Right? I don't know, but
Doc,
I
what's
don't
going on?
like the man in yellow. I don't know like about you guys, but he just didn't scream the red thing on the wall.
No, he didn't. No, he that I mean, it could, like I said, it could be a possibility that he is, but I don't see him shape shifting into that type of being. What do you
Right.
think, James? Do you see it happen?
Um, I could see that the man in yellow's the big bad, if you want to call it that, and the boy in white's the good side, if you want to talk in context of good and evil.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if there's anything above it, but there could be. It could be. I don't know if it's a good example, so don't hate me for it. But if you look at, say, God, God created. God may have Jesus and Satan are against each other, but God is above them, or something like that. I don't know if that's a good example, but
Right.
No, it actually is.
there's some kind of entity above them, but those are the
No,
two
I get you. I get
playing
you.
the
Yeah.
game. So yeah, I mean, could be.
Right? Like I don't know. It's like they made it an emphasis to do the cave painting in red. Now, at the time, did they not have a color yellow? Did they not have access to something that could, be used to describe the yellow color? Possibly because they are old. But it's just like I look at the cave painting and I look at the man in yellow and they just seem different to me.
I think it's two different beings. I
Okay,
thought it was two
all
different
right,
beings the whole time.
but think about this too. Just throwing it out there. And it kind of plays on my theory that I've been talking about in Discord. The man in yellow is just a dude in a yellow suit at that certain cycle. Now he's Sophia, right? So we're calling him the man in yellow, and we're using yellow as his color, but really he's an evil entity that's been all kinds of different things. The man in yellow was just during that one cycle, and then he changed to Sophia in this next new cycle that we're in right now. So we're maybe placing too much emphasis on him as the man in yellow versus he's an evil entity, and the evil entity could be the red thing. Yeah, his true form is no context, whatever says.
Interesting. So the man in yellow was just the prior cycle's infiltration kind of skin.
Yeah. And if you look at Victor's drawing that he showed Henry in the trailer, just like Sophia came into town and wrecked the car, man in yellow drives into town and gets out of a car. And that's just hey, it's just an old man. That was the Sophia of that cycle. And the cycle before that, he was something else until he changed into the man in yellow. So I don't know.
Okay, so let me break it down. So I can better understand you. So he was the man in yellow up until this specific cycle, but he was something before, and it wasn't the man in yellow. That's what he just was this cycle until he had to change to Sophia.
Right. Yeah. That's just my theory now. But I think each cycle, even back from the beginning, at this point in the game, air quotes game, he wants to come into town and actually F with the people face to face, get them to tear themselves apart. Well, he's been something different each cycle, but whatever cycle, like say he turned into the man in yellow last cycle to come into town, he kept that form until he needed to change again, which in this cycle, which he changed into Sophia. So if it keeps playing out, and there's a massacre in this cycle, he will be Sophia next cycle until he needs to come into the game personally. He'll choose a different form at that point, and it just keeps changing. So the man in yellow was just a short little time, right? Just for one cycle. So he's been something different every cycle, and he's actually an evil entity. And he's actually an evil entity. So his true form may be the thing painted on the cave wall.
That can make sense. That makes sense to me, because I was just going to add to that. Like, that's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe his final form is the red painting that we see. Um, in the caves. But Iron says
I think it.
Ethan
Oh,
is the
sorry.
key. Oh shit! I ain't know you was back, Scarlet.
No, I'm
My
sorry.
bad.
I'm doing mom things. I'm back
Oh
and
no, you
forth.
good. I just
No, but go
want to
ahead.
read what Iron was
Yeah, go
saying.
ahead.
Was
Go ahead. Go ahead.
right quick. Ethan is the key to something in my view, whether it's completing a cycle, which is why I think Sarah was told to kill him, or the key to ending it. His book could be the key to unlock it all. I agree. I always said Ethan was the key. But what was you going to say, Scarlet?
Oh, I was just gonna say the only thing I can think of as far as the red painting on the cave walls, because it's kind of showing them worshiping it in a way, would be the something to do with the three stones that Tabitha sees back at the village settlement. I don't know what it is, but somehow I think it's connected to them three stones.
Yeah, because they're painted red.
Well, and it's
Right.
just because there's three of them, and if you look at the cave painting, it's almost like there's these 3 points that kind of come down. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, of course they're not painting it perfectly, kind of how we get Victor's drawings and stuff, and they just kind of smear down like, and there's 3 of them right there together. So I didn't know if maybe it has something to do with whatever they worshipped with the 3 stones. I don't know. That was all I had. Sorry.
No. You so I didn't hear what you said. So you said the 3 stones that we saw by the
Yeah,
by
like
the
Tabitha
totem.
had in her dream and stuff like that. I don't know if whatever they were worshiping, like if it had something to do with those 3 stones, because like even on the cave drawings, it's got these 3 points, and then the points, and it's almost like the 3 stones, and they're kind of like smeared down. So I don't know if it was just like a weird way they painted it, or if it's the stones just happened, because we have the red door, we got the 3 red stones, so there's something about that possibly. And now I'm not, if it's the man in yellow, I don't know, but I do like how James, you're saying it could be his original form.
I agree.
But something about them stones with it, like, because we ain't seen, that's the only thing other than the red door that we've seen that's kind of like, I think they even have like a black mark on them too, to a degree, but I have to go back and look at them.
Okay, but who painted those things on the wall? Did they ever tell? No, they never told us who painted. Did they ever tell us who painted
The monsters.
Oh, so the monsters. Okay.
Victor said that they painted it, but they also made drawings, something like that.
Well, I got one question. Is Elgin safe? How do y'all feel about that?
He can keep his mouth shut.
Right? As long as he doesn't go fucking breaking Boyd's rule. I don't know. But now I also don't know, is he safe on the side of like the monsters, the kimono lady, like, or do they maybe want to take him out as well? Not just on the side of Boyd and the town, but is he safe in general? I don't know.
Well, he might be happy with the fact they got to torture him a little bit.
Right. I think he's safe to a certain point. He's already done his part. If everybody has a role to play, this is why, as you know, I want your opinion too, James. But I think that if the priest was told that he played his part in the story, I think Elgin's part was to take care of Fatima and make sure she was able to rebirth Smiley. And I think he can be put on the chopping block by the end, soon. I just don't believe that he has longevity in from now. What do you think, James? Do you think Elgin is safe, or is he good? He got plot armor,
Yeah, that's a really good question. It's hard to say. It does seem like maybe he's played his part. And if it's like the boy in white said at the tree, and the man in white becoming Sophia. It does seem like the massacre is near. So there's not enough time for another monster to die and someone to get pregnant. So, he's not going to need to play that part again. So I do think he's on the chopping block, or at least potentially.
Yeah, because I mean, it's all about, it's something about this place being a story. It's always being called. Everybody has a part to do. Ethan said it. Man in Yellow slash Sophia said it. So it's just like, has Elgin fulfilled his part of the story, and now he can be put on the chopping block as well? Soon, very soon. Iron S says, did y'all catch the number plate in the name of Eloise on the pastor's car when it rode into town? When is she coming out of hiding? She might not ever come out of hiding. That's one thing about it. I don't think she'll ever come out of hiding unless it's to the final form. Honestly, I don't think the only time, in my opinion, this is my opinion, y'all. I don't read no Rotten Tomatoes. I don't get on IMDb. This is all just coming, just thinking, because I watched the show. But in my opinion, I think the only time we'll see the Man in Yellow again is when Julie's story walks. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Number two is, I think the next time, if Sophia reveals herself again and comes out of this, shape shifting little girl that she got going on, I think the next reveal would be the big bad that we see in the cave. I don't think it's going to go back to the Man in Yellow in our time. I just think that the reveal of the cave painting has to come to light soon, right? I mean, what do y'all feel about that? How you feel about that, Scarlett? You think her next reveal would be the drawing in the wall?
We're talking about Julie.
Sophia.
Oh, Sophia.
She shapeshifts again, is going to be the monster that we saw in the cave.
I don't know. I would assume if it's going to reveal its true form, if that's the Man in Yellow is not the true form, then that's going to come like next season, like in game. After they've, because right now, if it's going to change into anything, I think it's going to be just something else to fuck with them. I don't know if it's going to be its true form yet. If that is the true form of it.
Right. How you feel, Dan? How you feel about that?
I don't know. Like, I'm still a very big believer that Eloise is alive. Like, I definitely think that Eloise is still alive, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think she's still alive somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not in this present timeline, but as we can see, we see multiple timelines. Julie can go back to season 2 specifically. She could. And see, that's another thing. Where does Julie draw her power from? If Tabitha is Miranda, Julie is Eloise. Maybe Eloise could story walk, and she's been story walking this whole time. Maybe it's not Julie the one that's fucking up while she's story walking. Maybe it's Eloise the one that's fucking shit up because she's constantly story walking. That's why we haven't seen her in Frontland. Oof. That's. And we still haven't seen her. We still haven't seen no updates on her. Like, he hasn't talked about her yet. So Henry hasn't said anything about her yet, besides when they went to the grave. So I mean, it's going to be interesting when she does arrive, because I really don't see it any other way. Hopefully they don't wait till season 5 to bring her up. I think that'll be kind of too late. Well, not too late, but I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to wait that long to find out that Eloise has been alive this whole time. This is my opinion. That's just my opinion. Good rant. Yeah, I mean, this is a show you just can't watch one time. You got to watch it. I don't know who can. When y'all started up, did y'all only watch one episode or did y'all keep going? What about you, James? Did you watch only one episode?
I mean, I started when it started, so I was watching it episode by episode since the beginning. So, and I have went back and rewatched. I actually haven't watched like starting at season 1 and just went through it again, but I've picked out different episodes and rewatched them a few times.
So Dana, you didn't binge it. You just watched it when it was releasing
Yeah,
every
I
what?
actually got the rare joy of watching it from season 1. I remember watching it week for week from when it started. I never got to binge it. I got to binge it after, as I like rewatched it 10,000 times, but my initial watch was week for week when it first aired.
And Scarlett, I think you were what? You were season 2.
Two,
You
yeah,
started
I
at what,
started in
season 1,
season
season
two.
2? Yeah.
Season 2. So I binged the first season.
So you
first.
binged, so you know the feeling.
I binged that first season, which again, like
Damn.
I'm picky. You know, I gotta have like time to sit down and like take in a show. And I remember I'm trying to remember back if I checked out the first episode a little bit, but I was cleaning or I was doing stuff, so I didn't really like pay attention to it, didn't get into it. And then when season 2 was coming around, I was able to actually have time to sit down and kind of pay attention to it. And then I got into it a little bit more.
You got into it, yeah. See, I found it out at season 1, like before. I think it was before season 2 came out. But yeah, definitely, I was binge watching season, and I found a trailer on YouTube, and I was just like, "Damn, I gotta watch it." And the first episode had me. I think it was the first 15 minutes that had me invested in the show. I mean, a lot happens. We got Megan. Unfortunately, she met her demise to the grandma. Boy slaps the hell out of Frank. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
We get that scene, and we also worry about Ethan because he's seizing up in the RV and his leg is stuck on the table. So I mean, it's a lot happened in that first episode, and I think I watched maybe 4 episodes that night and had to wake up at 7 in the morning to go to work. So I mean, the show is great, and it's that's why I want to start this podcast or this, YouTube, for everyone to come through and share their wild theories. It doesn't matter if you're wrong, doesn't matter if you're right. This is a spot where you can come through and talk about the wild theory that you have. So because I know my theories are fucking wild, and I
Right?
don't care for that. Yeah,
And see, and they didn't get me through any of the trailers or anything like that. I literally was like, we had a month free of MGM. They throw you that shit out there to get you on the service. And I was just looking through what they had on there, and I was like, oh, I kind of remember this show being out there. And I was like, let me check it out. It's free right now. So
yeah, I mean,
good.
I checked it out too. I think that's how, because I got a free membership with MGM, and I started watching from, and I think maybe a year later I started doing content on it. So yeah, I mean, this show is a ride. It's a ride, and I mean,
Right. It almost
I
feels
was
like a
thinking,
cult classic, even though it's not. Just because
it's
they
not
they
right.
don't put it out there enough for people, unless it's a lot more word of mouth than it is what they advertise.
Right. I'll tell you what, I got one more question for y'all. Well, not one more question. I got plenty more questions, but I got a question, not chat. Will we see Jim again?
I'm telling you, he picked up that radio. That boy's got that radio. Jim's gonna be like, breaker, breaker.
Oh yeah, I definitely think we're gonna see Jim again.
Go left, son. You're hot, cold. They gonna play some hot, cold games.
Yeah, I think we'll see him again. I mean, as the ghost, but
yeah. And in flashbacks, because Julie's on a mission right now to save her dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we will see him also in Julie's story walking.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. But I think the way Julie can story walk, if the premise is saving Jim, I think she can story walk to whatever timeline Jim is in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's how she's able to draw her story walking abilities. Is when she goes through the threshold, she can, sense Jim.
Well, it seemed like she had to focus on Jim, right? Like she was focused on Dad. Now she didn't focus on the right moment because she's still new to it. So she did focus on Jim. Right. She focused on the RV. It took her back to that particular RV moment with Jim, which is cute. It's interesting to see because that lets us know that her powers may work with a sort of intent. Whereas first she just kind of walked through scatterbrain, all these emotions. She doesn't know what's going on, so she's kind of willy nilly walking
Right.
through. Now she's got a more focused, centered outlook. She even tested it with Randall to kind of be like, all right, am I just tripping? Like, what's going on here? And she now can, we'll see after this, she gets her hair cut and how many times if they'll show her going through, like, to find Dad. Now, what's going to be interesting is if the Man in Yellow wasn't talking about her going back to that particular moment, but just that he's aware of all of these moments at the RV. Like, all the different ones, not the one where Jim's actually taken out. Because that means that he is with the monsters to a degree, right? Maybe, possibly. Like, he's seeing through them, working his magic.
And I mean, and honestly, I think that's why the monster stopped. Like, I think Julie popping up at the RV at that time is exactly why the monster stopped. And I'm not saying that she was the banging on the RV, but I mean, the way the nurse was in the background, chilling, waiting for a specific moment to get just Julie, because everybody was out the RV. Boy, Donna, Jim, Randall, you got 4 other people out the RV, and yet you come for Julie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they made sure to take her off screen. The diner chick, like the monster, she goes just off screen. And once they get to a point to where she's going to come after Julie, and then she just pops up from behind a tree. I'm like, ain't she the same one that got Father Cautry?
I think so, yes.
That Houdini bitch.
She was the one that was picking that boy, saying, "You can't save them all."
Right? Oh,
yeah, dangling the keys of the ambulance.
Dangling the keys.
Like, Randall's ours. You know what? She can have Randall back. Me and Dana have discovered that we don't want Randall anymore.
Yeah, we changed our mind.
Wow, not Randall.
Damn.
Not y'all crush. Wow.
I don't know. There seems to be some.
Look, okay, we have done some thorough, and I do mean thorough, investigating of our man Randall here, and
yes,
we're going to talk about. I got a screenshot of our boy, and perhaps some of his scars are not looking as good as they once were.
There's some oozing that just.
Well, it ain't oozing. We don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know.
We don't like him anymore because he's got an STD.
He's gonna I don't know. He's gonna fucking rage out on us or something.
I don't want what he has.
He's gonna turn into like a werewolf.
My boy got the
moon's
90s.
Gonna come out.
I'm telling you, Randall got the 90s prison pose here.
But Vic talking about his fucking widow's peak and shit too. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we never really noticed that.
They ruined him for us. They ruined him.
Man, he got a little bit more muscular this season. He was being all like, saving people.
Or is he just wearing tighter shirts?
I don't know.
Me and the ladies were doing some investigating in the Discord.
Right. we were diving deep into Randall.
Good Lord.
Dirty Dana, folks.
Dirty Dana. It ain't Dirty Diana no more.
Listen, you asked, I answered.
Hey, I ain't asking no more.
He didn't ask shit. We were just talking, Dana.
Right. He said, you asked. I'm like, oh, well, I ain't asking no more because I don't want to know nothing about Randall's parts. Let me tell you something, though. On another note, I think Randall knows when to pull. I can't even say what I'm about to say because I dirtied Dana over here.
I'm looking at Vic.
Because anything I say
in the chat talking about I was not a part of this conversation for the record.
But no, what I was going to say was,
I'll own it. I will own it.
I think Randall has a way of knowing exactly the time of pulling Julie out because his instincts was too clear in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the cicada,
right? Or maybe he's changing into a monster. He can tap into the hive mind because I'm telling you, man.
I mean, yeah.
When you see this image of his fucking neck and you can see the yellow and stuff. He should have a fever. He's over here doing lifts and shit and pull-ups. This motherfucker
he might got MRSA.
He gonna transform into something. Look, ain't nothing fever-ish and nice about that kind of fever. That is the wrong kind of fever to have. That is not what we subscribe to. All that leaking and pus and stuff. No, that's not sexy at all. They can take him back. The monsters, the diner lady can have him.
She love her some Randall. She said, "We keep Randall. You can't
They
save
they
him
can
all."
play with him. Look, she can go play with him all day long now. They might want to put him in a cage now.
Damn, Randall, you got put on a chopping block by the ladies. Damn.
I feel bad. Look, I'm not
Story
happy about it
walking is
either, man.
trash.
I had a whole bit to do with Randall. I can't. Damn it. They ruined our eye
Damn,
candy.
He
Bastards.
did.
Well, I'm still glad Sarah is still on the show because Team Sarah all the way. That's because I had to kick Acosta to the side because what the fuck is wrong with her? You know what I'm
She's
saying?
having
Oh
a
yeah,
hard time coping.
Yeah.
like I don't know what's going on with Acosta for real. Why is my computer
She's
so
having
slow?
a hard time coping with the current situation. She just, hasn't realized that, yeah, you're fucked, lady. She's still
Yeah, I
trying to
mean,
reason with her thinking she's a good person and what this place is and why she would be there. And she's going through all the emotions. Boyd about to give her a crash course as she assumed the position.
Right.
But he
I
had
don't
to
know.
slam
used to
Randall
think Acosta.
too.
Yeah, I
He
mean, but
did.
yeah, but I had a crush on Acosta, but all this dumb shit she doing is I just the way y'all put Randall on the chopping block, I put Acosta on the chopping block. I'm back
Maybe
team
she'll come
Sarah.
around. At least she don't have an possible infection. We're still investigating that.
Well, I mean, in the new trailer, she acts like, I think when Boyd tells her, I knew somebody that like you, that, couldn't
Oh, they
handle
go
this.
hook up. Oh, you might be right. They go get their.
No, I ain't see, that's y'all, man. I'm talking about
You
how
knew what happened when you
uh,
invited us on here, particularly me.
hey, look. In this scene right here, it's like I don't know how to take this scene. Is she hurt or does she like it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, she
because
assumed a position. You see how fast when he turned
I
her
mean,
around, she put them hands behind her
it just seemed
back.
like she moaned right here. In this specific scene.
Well, she needed somebody to knock some sense into her.
OMG.
Like she just
James,
let out a
you don't like the handcuffs?
No, this is
Yeah.
after when she
It's
got
just funny.
punched.
He said, I think she moaned.
It's like, bro, look at her face. Look like if you zoom in, like look at his face.
Oh,
This is
he
not
zoomed
like,
Yeah,
in. Damn.
out of
Damn,
context.
baby Clay, you zoomed
I-
in.
I guess out of context, she's moaning.
Are you zooming in on her mouth? What in the fuck are you doing late at night, baby Clay? You know what? I'm unsubscribed. No, I'm just kidding.
nah, this early in the daytime, man. You never know with me, but it's still from
It's
talk. It's still from talk.
Really?
But
But I get deep dirty data. Really? Really?
I'm just
Really?
saying.
Well,
Like,
James
it
has
looks
never
like she
handcuffed a lady
kinda-
before. He's learning.
It just seems like after this, she will take orders from Boyd. Now she's going to come around. She's going to start listening to Boyd more. She's not going to drive recklessly and pass by Ethan. Did y'all see how she just
She
fucking
pissed me off with that shit.
made me so fucking mad.
So like I mean I think Acosta is going to come around. Maybe I will take her off the chopping block, but I don't know. I don't think she got long. She left my boy
No.
Ethan just
She did wrong right there.
and he won't hide. Yeah. But I like Acosta. I used to, but now
Well, like I said, she still got potential. She come around, you still might be able to have eye candy with. Like I said, she ain't got no infection yet, so she's still all right. She clean.
She's
Yeah.
she's gonna do something dumb.
I
Not
mean-
that what she didn't do with the ambulance wasn't dumb.
But she already
But I
did
ju-
do something dumb. She got Nikki out of the game. But to be fair, Sarah did a lot of things too. So in retrospect, I guess Acosta's not totally horrific yet.
She'll probably end up saving somebody, like sacrificing her own life to save somebody, and we'll all be in tears and shit.
Oh, it'd be like Ethan or Julie or something.
But I don't know. You know,
Well,
we were
like
talking
you said,
about
she might.
Elgin earlier, and if he would die or not, or be not a lot, whatever the word is. Boyd may be the one to do it if he starts talking around town.
Yeah. Damn, boy is. I'm telling you, man, that boy, he changing right in front of our eyes. Boy is. We seeing a darker side of boy for real. And I don't think it's safe.
Yeah, he's
Can't
always
trust
kind
him.
of had that aggression in him, though. And like I said, he showed it to Frank, he showed it to Randall, but then he still came around with Frank. He's still kind of coming around with Randall. Even with Acosta, like he's kind of popped off at her a couple times. But I think, like you said, they're gonna come around with each other. And he showed to his son, like he's broken right now.
Yeah.
He's having a hard
But
time
it
being that
people.
support for the whole town.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's all
I'm
I was
glad
gonna
he
say.
did have that with his son, like let him know, like when he does with Donna, like let Donna know, like, what the fuck y'all want from me, kind of thing. Like I like that he kind of lets that out every now and again.
But do y'all think the town, once they find out, if people find out, because I mean, this is hypothetically speaking, if people find out what Boyd did to Elgin, do y'all think they will still support Boyd?
Yes and no. I think there'll be a divide. Some people will and some people won't.
Right, because some people have been around long enough to kind of understand how things work here. They remember what Boyd did to kind of help the town, but you're always going to have people who are scared, and they're just going to look at that just kind of the way Acosta did, even though she doesn't fully understand what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So I agree with Dana. Yeah, there's going to be possibly a divide.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at like the town meeting they had with Tabitha going to the tower and stuff. Like, even people you'd think may not be mad and speaking up were doing so.
Mhm.
Because like you're gonna have some people who understand why he did what he did, and for Fatima, but then you're gonna have the people on the other side of the coin, like, well, did you do that just because it was somebody in your family? Or like, how far will you go? So it's gonna be a split, I think.
Yeah.
And what did the man yell? He wants to tear everybody apart, and I think that would definitely do that.
Yeah. And a lot of people criticize Boyd for like maybe not putting the same punishment to everyone. And that's very valid. But also at the same time, he wasn't going to put dude in the box. He changed his mind. He couldn't do it. But the
Right.
dude said, no,
He
I'm
didn't want
going
to
in
put
the box.
Sarah in the box in the end. He came around with Sarah.
Yeah. So I
The
think he's
box was always a
understanding.
threat, right? Like the box was always, because he said it at some point, it was always meant to be like a threat to the town, so they don't just act
Just
willy
a
nilly out there.
determinant.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I mean, yeah, you're right. Frank did change his mind about being in a box. So, fortunately, I mean, Father Kotcher even said you got to do this because you built it, and then once the people see that you lack to use it, then it's going to be all hell because you got to you got to put some discipline somewhere. But he gave Frank a way out, and Frank didn't take it. Now, I don't. If he puts Elgin in this box, it's just I'm. What you mean? But Vic said we give Boyd too much credit. I don't give. I give Boyd the credit he deserves. He did find the talismans. He did find the animals. He gave people a sense of safety for 96 nights. Was it, y'all? Was it what, 96 nights? So that's a good 3 months without a single death. So I give Boyd what he deserves, but I also see the flaw in the character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that he is a leader, but he doesn't know how to be a leader in Fromland. Let me tell you something. Nothing can fucking prepare you, or no amount of training, no military police training can prepare you for this town. This town is not normal. So all the police training and military training that you think it may work out to a certain extent. No, I ain't. Listen. I'm trying to dodge this place. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to dodge this place. You can't, because I mean, we're dealing with entities, we're dealing with beings, we're dealing with monsters. We don't know the amount or where the powers comes from. Like the power could be unlimited, so we don't know. The military training can only go so far. The police training can only go so far. It's only going to take you exactly where it took Boyd to the talismans. He followed some instincts, got the animals, got a few resources, came back to town with it. But nothing can prepare him for what's next. That's the monsters, the entities, the weird totem statues. That's what the military can't train you for. Because I mean, that's not even it's not human nature. They can't even explain it. They don't know anything. We're talking about um hold on, y'all. I'm having a brain fart. We're talking about people and the mistakes they make at the end of the day. Referring to what, Vic? What, am I missing something?
Yeah, because I mean, Boyd wasn't perfect by any means, but like
No.
the stuff with Sarah and stuff like that, he had no idea of knowing that like those voices are real, what's happening to her.
I
So when he first found out, of course he
Oh,
wanted to throw her in the box, but then he came around when he realized, okay, when she
I
said what she said to him in the woods about fishing lobes and a female voice, he started to be like, okay, there's something more to it. Once he went on that trip, it changes everything. Even now he's like, okay, everything we thought we knew with the monsters and all that has now been completely like devastated.
right.
Yeah, I think what Vic is more so leaning towards is had it not been Fatima who was taken, would Boyd have still gone the route he went?
And I don't know. To be fair, I don't know because like we were saying, he didn't want Frank to go into the box. He was trying to save Frank.
Right.
In the end, he was trying to help Sarah because it seemed as if Sarah might have had some kind of connection or some way of being able to work with this place that he could use. Um, so I don't know if somebody was taken in town, like an Ethan, even I would think that they would want to find them. I think they would go out to find them. Now, again, he didn't go after Elgin the way he did until after Sarah was talking about like letting them know, no, they have Fatima and it's about to be bad. Like y'all are not going to get her in time. Almost that's what made me think like, okay, he kind of went a little bit more into action of trying to like figure out like, so if it had been Ethan and they had taken Ethan or Julie or somebody else like that and Sarah had given him that message, I think they would have done the same thing. If not, Tabitha or somebody else would have been up in there like really jacking him the fuck up.
Right. Right. Tabitha went missing. Did
But
he
that's
go?
where the like hypocrisy comes in. Like had
Mhm.
it been anybody but Fatima, like
He wouldn't
somebody
have
who
went. He wouldn't have went to
Well,
that event.
Tabitha,
I'm pretty sure.
they knew Tabitha had went off into the woods. She wasn't kidnapped. When they figured out that Fatima was kidnapped, they knew Fatima didn't just go up and missing. Like Tabitha, they knew because even what Jim went out looking at the bottle tree and stuff. They knew that Tabitha like kind of like she went off on her own. Like she wasn't kidnapped. It wasn't the same kind of missing situation. If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. It wasn't the same. I mean, because Tabitha went on her own. I do understand Tabitha went on her own, and Fatima actually got took by
While she's pregnant,
Elgin
and they didn't even know
while she
Elgin
while
at
she
first
took
was
over.
they didn't even know Elgin was the one at first, right? Because Sarah's all
Right.
like, "How they know? Like, where's Fatima? She's been taken." And then that's when Boyd's like, "Oh shit." I
Because I'm gonna be
believe now. It's been
honest.
a minute. It's been a minute since I to
If
watch
it
the
would have been
scene
a red
verbatim.
shirt, I don't think Boyd would have tortured anybody to find out where they were at. I'm gonna be honest. But I mean, his that's why I'm saying his leadership style is kind of weird. He keeps information away from people. Now he's making up lies to protect his son and Fatima and all. I mean, low key, he
Really,
is also
yeah.
Elgin too.
Yeah,
You
right. Because
know,
like Elgin don't realize, like, dude, you start telling people about this. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be caught up in it too because here you are gonna kidnap somebody. Fatima's gonna be strung up like that. It's not gonna help anybody. Now, do people need to know what's going on to a degree? Yes. we need to be aware of kind of what's going on, but he doesn't want to cause the panic. That's his instincts. He doesn't want to cause the panic.
But I mean, him cause in a situation like Farmland, I would have to say him doing that can also cause chaos. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know anything. They don't know how to react to certain things. That's why Dale did with it. Granted, I hate Dale. You know what I'm saying? Not the actor, the character, by the way. But I understand why he did it. You know, I understand he wanted answers. And at first, you think Dale is wrong, you know, because Boyd did say, "Hey, I went through the same tree and it put me in the dungeons," you know. But I mean, why didn't you tell Dale that in season 2? So if Tabitha came back and told him that, "Hey, I went through a tree and it put me in Maine," I'm pretty sure they would have like, "Damn, Boyd went through that same tree." He said a couple days back. So that's what I'm saying. His lack of communication is never lack of motivation. It's always lack of communication with these folks. They don't tell each other. This in season 4 is when we first see when Boyd tells information immediately. And you can tell that he didn't even know how to express it. My boy said they put it in the center of the room, and it grew. He sounded nervous while even saying what happened, what he witnessed down there with Smiley. So I mean, being a leader is hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but at the same time, you have to tell everything to at least one person. If you don't tell something to everybody, at least let one person know everything. And Donna doesn't know everything. Sarah doesn't know everything. Christy doesn't know everything. So it's just like he's keeping valuable information from everyone. Like he tells Donna certain pieces. Let's go back to season 2. The only reason he told Donna about Smiley was because she walked up on him. He didn't just go to Donna and say, hey, we killed a monster. He didn't say that. She ran up on him at the clinic and he said, I gotta show you something. And they went downstairs to see Smiley. He didn't tell Donna, you know. Donna found out more so than him telling Donna. So I mean, as far as Boy, you know, choosing favorites, and he does. You know, I'm gonna call it like I see it. I do agree when Boyd has his favorites. Of course, his son, Fatima, Donna, Kenny. Is going to be certain people that he's going to choose to protect over people. So in that case, let me ask y'all this: in that case, is Boyd sacrificing people to keep his sanity in Fromland? Meaning, will he protect Fatima and don't give a damn about Paul, or don't give a damn about Sharon, or wouldn't give a damn about Butler if it came down to Ellis or Fatima? Is that a way of saying that he's sacrificing people to the time because he's trying to protect his favorites?
Yeah, I don't know if it's sacrificing. I don't know if it's that, but I mean, I just, I've said before, I would wish I would be a Boyd, but I'd probably be an Acosta because this shit's freaky deaky, right? But I mean, I'll be honest. If it comes down to Joe Blow over there, I don't know, and my family, I'm probably gonna lean towards saving my family or maybe even giving them special treatment. I know that's not cool in a lot of aspects,
but it's not harsh to say though, because that would be your first instinct, is to protect your family.
It's human.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just human.
That's why I say, I don't think he's wrong, but I can't deny the fact that he's going outside of family. You know what I'm saying? He has. I'm not saying that. I'm not even including Fatima. I'm talking about Kenny. I'm talking about he might go out his way for Tabitha. Not saying he'll go look for her, but he might try to protect Tabitha in a way that he wouldn't protect Clara. I don't think Boyd is going to protect Clara. I don't think Boyd is going to protect Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think.
But then should he lead? Then should
yes,
he be the leader?
But see, someone has to lead. if it's not Boyd, who can it be?
Yeah. It's a hard thing. I mean, it's like Vic saying, just don't be the sheriff. But I mean, it's tough. You know, I might be a leader in a lot
Yes,
of good
it's tough.
ways, but I might be a bad one in a lot of ways too. It's a tricky dicky thing, man.
It's
It's
psychological.
fucked
So
up.
it
I
fuck
don't
with
like
your
it
mind.
from. I don't like this.
It fucks with
I
your
don't
mind.
like
You
this.
know?
It does. Because it makes you think about morality. It makes you think about, loyalty and
Mhm.
all that stuff wrapped up into one. I personally don't think I would make a good leader because I would be biased towards my family, towards the people that I care about over somebody I don't know within the town. But then again, it's like, then like you said, baby Clay, then who's gonna lead? If
Right.
if somebody's got to take the position, it's you know so again, I understand what he did, but I still think it's you know as then you shouldn't lead. If you're not going to do that for everybody, then I I have to agree with
Yeah.
Vic on the sense of, then maybe you shouldn't be a leader.
And you got to admit, when he came into town, the town was just kind of screwed. Father
Mhm.
Kotri was trying to lead, but he wasn't doing it. You know, Boyd was sitting in the diner. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do this. And he found the animals. He found the talismans. You know, he actually did keep people safe, like Baby Clay just said about the thing, 96 days without an incident. I mean, with all his faults, he does seem to be the best thing in town to be the leader.
Right.
Agreed. That's why it's a
That, that
fucked up
part, yeah.
situation. That's why it's fucked up.
And that's where the psychological comes in at, because
Yeah, and you
Exactly.
got to take note of where they're
they
at.
take
This place is fucking with Boyd hard. Where in reality, out in the real world, that yeah, reality fucks with you, but not like this
not like
Yeah.
place.
this. Hold on. Let's see what they're talking about. Did he keep people safe, or did the town keep people safe because of where they were in the cycle? Did he keep people safe, or did the town keep people safe because of where they were in the cycle? Um,
I know.
that's
See,
actually
it's
a good
fucking
question.
hard. It's
Because
fucking
because
hard.
because now that I think, damn, because it's like, okay, maybe this was a part in the cycle where it doesn't matter if it was Boyd or John Doe, they would have found the talismans. The dog was sent there to lead John Griffin, Boyd Stevens, uh, Stewie from Family Guy to these talismans. You know what I'm saying? To keep, to quote unquote keep people safe. But this is the psychological part of it. How do you know if you're keep people are still being, unalived in the
But
street?
why
So who's to
Boyd?
say?
Why Boyd? And you say in this part of the cycle, but we're on to like almost the second cycle, right? Sorry, it's my husband's phone. But so like, why did Victor's mom not and Christopher, someone in that cycle, not find the talismans? Why Boyd? Why? Because did Boyd have the initiative to go out to the woods and look for things, whereas the previous cycle didn't?
Yeah,
But
because you
do
got to
we
think
know that though?
it seemed like the previous cycle someone did not find the
Yeah, Victor
talismans.
said that we didn't have
Okay,
talismans.
okay, all right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So
See, it's
again,
a
what
little
is it
lines to
about
that.
Boyd then? I mean, okay, I give you the fact that the town kind of led Boyd, or the boy in white and the stuff, but then why Boyd?
Yeah. But that's what makes this so fucking
That was a
difficult.
good question.
Like, that's what makes this so fucking difficult. And it's like, and why you can't blame Boyd, but you can blame him at the same time.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. So it is confirmed there was no talismans before Boyd existed. That is confirmed, right?
Well, before Boyd found them, correct.
Yeah,
But
just in
Before.
the previous cycle, we don't know if maybe a previous cycle they might have come into play. We don't know. Just Victor's cycle, they had not. Or
correct.
Miranda's, I guess Miranda's cycle is a better way
Yeah.
to say it, because Victor's been in two now.
Yeah. Agreed. Because we don't know, which cycle did the talismans get created? Is that something
Created.
that
Yep.
came from the beginning? Is that something that's always been in play? And like James likes to say, with pieces and finding things, maybe this is the cycle. Somebody finally found them because Boyd ventured out further than anybody has.
Mhm.
So it depends. It definitely depends on what we're talking about.
I mean, but
Because
even
James
then,
always says that if the things we see are meant to happen, like they happened.
right,
And so it's like, did people just never get that far in the game?
Right, it was food too, though, right? Because Boyd organized the town. He got them to start working together, to pull resources, to look after each other. Before he even found the talismans, he was like, "Look, we're gonna make sure that nobody stays in the same hole every night. We're gonna make it hard for these monsters." Like even before he got out into the woods, he was already setting the town up for success, better than they were when he entered, and even possibly better than when Victor and his family were there,
mhm,
because they had to, they had to sleep in the holes every night and hope and pray that they didn't get captured. I can imagine, how much time did you have to go out venturing? Like Boyd setting up the town the way he did kind of gave our characters a means to go out during the day and find what Tabitha has found, or even Jade. Otherwise, they'd be,
right,
because they were spending so much time surviving, they didn't have enough time to do anything. But then now Boyd set it up, and then he found the talismans. Well, now they have the means to have somewhere safe to sleep at night, at least better than they ever have before that we're aware of, at least Victor's aware of. I mean, so
mhm,
there's something to that. Now, is he messed up? Yeah, he's not perfect, and the box was always a deterrent. I don't think he ever truly he has a little bit of anger that pops off, but at the same time, I don't blame him for a lot of his anger, because like when he even popped off at Donna's coming at him like, look how many lives you cost, but again, he was trying to save the one resource that they thought they had left. That
right, right,
without that, and yeah, and you see it with Randall too. His point of view, I think, is to save the many, you may sacrifice one or two. So with Randall, he's thinking, okay, Randall has a chance. He's kind of out there. He can run to a house, even though he didn't know about the cicadas attacking him. He saw that the people in the van, if he that would have been, how many people would have died if he tried to save Randall? Yeah, Tabitha,
uh,
Henry, Jim. So he, again, he's thinking to save the many, one would be sacrificed, kind of deal.
yeah.
and
I
and
mean,
they force him into those situations. They
but
forced it
that's the
in and set him up
psychological
for
look.
Tien
Yeah,
Chin with Tien Chin, and the whole barn scene that was totally like set up for him to break down.
yeah. Not only the Ted Chan, but the Randall. I think that's why, they did that to Randall, left him alive just so, you know, it'll show the people, hey, he'll leave you. You're not safe forever. Randall was used as a tool to show people they're not safe and they can get touched.
Acosta wasn't with them in the ambulance. Acosta done ran off by the time Boyd
Yeah,
and them
she
got there.
ran off. Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, Boyd wouldn't have let her. He would have got that firearm off of her, knowing she's a police officer.
Hmm. And she
No,
was just
she
shooting
took
around.
off. And that
Yeah.
was again why Boyd got onto Acosta, because she left Tabitha there handcuffed, knowing that like these monsters are ripping. Whether you know what it is or not, you just saw two dudes get ripped apart. You shot at them and nothing happened, and then you left her handcuffed into the ambulance to die. Whereas Boyd was trying to say, because again, she was handcuffed. Like Boyd was like, "Look, Randall's is free to run. Tabitha's handcuffed in here." Like he
Right.
does have a softer spot probably for the women, and that does go back to his wife, which
Because
is
I
why he
mean,
got
he
so mad
says
at
that
Frank.
yeah, he says this in this scene, that that Acosta reminded him of Abby, and then the scene cuts to Abby doing what she did in season what we see in season one. So I mean, I just think when it comes to Acosta, she does have similarities that Abby, but it's kind of it's a different, but it's the same. Abby had visions, or not visions, but a nightmare when she was a child. She said she felt like she had a nightmare about this place. Then she goes and starts unaliving people. Augusta feels like she's too good to be in this place. Everyone else, she's just like, y'all don't know what the hell y'all are doing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels like I'm too good to be in a place like this. And she brings up how her mom, believes in hell. So my question is, why does From feel like a Christian based show? Not like saying it's, like a religious show,
It
but they
is
seem
this
to
season. They're kind
it's
of
getting
really
more religious
implying
with
it a little bit more this season. Previous seasons, it seemed a little more old, like Norse, maybe some Greek stuff was thrown in there. Um, they are starting to imply that, but it makes sense if the original settlers were colonists, they would have brought over some form of Catholicism with them. And I see this
yeah.
thing as manipulating the Catholicism to a degree, which makes sense with the three sort of part of the melody, because that's kind of how like the devil and stuff mocks God. It comes in threes.
Hmm.
Um, so and again, the way that this entity Sophia is talking and using Bible verses with Kenny and stuff, it's very mocking to me in a way, um, to what
Right.
religion is. So I could see it if it did infiltrate the colonists. I could see it learning or finding a Bible at some point and learning about their God in order to manipulate them.
Hmm.
Now, whether or not this entity is actually from the Christian Bible or not, I don't think it is. But I do think it's aware of the different belief systems people have and how to manipulate that.
Yeah. I mean, Scarlett's probably more correct, but you can look at it. Made me think when Sophia told the priest right before she unalived him, she's like, you had good intentions and stuff, but you played a very big part in a very important story.
Mm-hmm.
So does that go back to what Father Kotri said to Sarah in the basement? What if this is book 74? So, it could actually be tied
Mm-hmm.
to um, Christianity.
Christianity. And but see, and it's just like, and not just Christianity, it's like a piece of everything. It's
Right.
a piece
Because the
of
talismans
Christianity.
don't fit the
Or yeah.
Christianity that I know of per se. As far as if as a protector symbol, that would go into more pagan worship of some kind.
Yeah. Hmm.
The same thing with kind of the stuff you see around the settlement with the stones. But there is this undertone of a kind of evil entity that is kind of mocking God or a Christian God. That is definitely there from the last couple episodes for sure. So I'm not. It's weird. They're adding
And
in
I
too
was
many
going to say,
different.
they're mocking, and they're also mocking Father Kotri because they ran the priest damn near died exactly where Father Kotri died.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, I mean, Father Kotri died at the sheriff's station. The priest that drove into the sheriff's station, is kind of like mocking what Sophia was kind of like mocking Father Kotri's death right there. And I low key peeped that. I was like, okay, so you go put the new priest where the old priest died at, but just in a
Mm-hmm.
different way. So it's like I do get why, you say, well, the chat and y'all saying that it's almost like Sophia is mocking this place a little bit, because she is. And she definitely is. And I just don't know where to put her yet. I just don't
She's
know when
definitely
she's gonna
some
come out.
form of evil. Whether she's the source of the evil of this place, like the original entity, or not, I'm not sure either. I think she might be, but I see where a lot of you guys come from, where like you were talking about earlier, Baby Clay, kind of that Stranger Things kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Um, I could totally see that too. Like, it didn't want to be this way, kind of how the monsters talk. It maybe the man in yellow made a deal with this thing too, and it somehow is now contracted. Um, but it's weird. They're adding in so many of these different underlining things. The music box has a similar tone to other sort of Christian stories. So, but it's
Hmm.
not. Again, the music box throws off again the Christian factor, because that's almost like a Pandora's box kind of deal.
Yeah.
The
You know
way
what
they're
happened
using
when you open
bottle
up Pandora's
trees,
box,
right? It
right?
let out all of the sorrows and evils of the world, and it left hope in the bottom for humanity. And that's again, hope is referred to in a lot of situations. Even when I did some research on Pandora's box, that hope is sort of the light in dark places, and knowledge is the cost, or gaining the knowledge. There was a cost to humanity, and that is what Pandora's
Mhm.
box was all about, was the cost of knowledge, that for what humanity gained through, gaining the knowledge of
Right.
fire. Which is interesting because what was used to take out the music box was again a fire. It was a torch. But that doesn't necessarily go into,
Yep.
I mean, there are Christian stories. There's, you have Adam and Eve, which is kind of the parallel reference to Pandora's box, about the apple, and again, the consequences to
The apple and
humanity for
everything.
gaining the
Yeah.
knowledge, and the serpent being the one, Satan being the one to tempt humanity with the knowledge. So make you think.
It
Yeah.
does. I mean, 'cause it plays a part of it. What you gonna say, James? You got
No, it's just clearing my throat. Really, sorry. I
it.
should have
I know
muted
you
my
better.
mic.
Are you good? Nah, you can. But yeah, nah, I do understand the subliminal meanings they got with this, with religion, Norse mythology, or because I mean,
Even
I just
hoodoo and voodoo, right? We got the
yeah,
bottle
voodoo, yeah,
trees. We got some of the
Buddha,
ways. Yeah.
just everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Even some type of I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it out and then I'm gonna let you go, James. Uh the Lovecraftian dude. I see a little bit
Hmm.
of him in the show too. So yeah.
yeah. I'm just agreeing. There's a little bit of everything, but definitely some Christianity aspects for sure. Um, you could look at it as Christ, Antichrist. Even with Boyd being called Mr. Fish and Loaves, I mean, we know why he's called that, but being called Mr. Fish and Loaves, I mean, you
But yeah,
know,
it's a reference to
Sophia, the man in yellow, becoming the like sheep and lamb's clothing to infiltrate
Fatima, almost the Virgin Mary
the flock.
twisted.
Yeah, yeah. So there's definitely, but like you guys say, a lot of other things, Norse and pagan, and they've
It gives
definitely multi-layered this show.
little fairy s or fey lore kind of tied in there too if you look for it. So where does it? So what does it all like? Is it going to end up being this Christian sort of battlefield, so to speak, or is it literally like the pages of a book? It's just got everything in it, like this, like Ethan's in a library. Like, well, now I can't. Page Master. What was that damn movie where that boy goes into the library
Hey,
and
the
he
Page Master, that's one of my favorite movies now. Yeah, that's the early 90s.
and he went to all the books, right? And
He went
so,
to Moby Dick.
and they were all kind of
Um,
combined together as he walked through
yep.
and stuff. So like, I don't know if it's something kind of like that where it is going to end up being a mash of every, because again, like this goes, we don't know how far this goes back. Even if we say, okay, we think of the 1500s, right? If it goes back further than that, then this entity is old enough to have lived long enough to see all religions of mankind and manipulate that stuff. Like that's crazy. He be taking all
As
the forms.
even further than Pennywise. Pennywise wasn't, I don't think, entered in the earth until after the 1500s. I could be wrong though. I gotta go back and watch Welcome to Derry. But that's even older than Pennywise, if I'm correct. That's centuries on this planet that he's just been observing people's behavior, no telling what he knows. This depending on how his power works, is different. And I'm a fan
Yes.
of Pennywise. What you got, Daniel?
No, I was gonna say we don't know how old this thing is. We don't know its origins yet, and I hope they give it to us. But I don't think it's going to be an exact replica of any one religion. I definitely think they're gonna make it its own thing, but pulled from different religions, like religious sources and texts and and stuff. So because we've seen so many aspects, but I still think they're going to make it something of this world, not something based in the real world.
I agree. I don't think it's just going to be like, God versus Satan type of deal. I think it's going to be pulled from different aspects of, everything dealing with religion, Buddhism, um, Christianity, even some Satanism. You know what I'm saying? I think they're pulling from all types of things. Satanism with the horrors of this place, like,
Yeah. Maybe
with the
maybe that's why they call it from. We
or
pulled from
exactly.
this, we pulled from this, we pulled from
There
this.
we go. So stop complaining why our name is so difficult. This is why.
you know, and yeah, I agree. So I mean, they pull it from everything, no pun intended, but that's exactly what they're doing, and it's going to be a ride all the way until the end. Is all every episode from here on out is going to be important. You can't miss anything.
Are you guys sad that we're only going to get 5 seasons, or did you hope maybe possibly 6? Uh, I would have been okay with 6.
I would have
What
been
about you
okay with
guys?
6. I would have been okay with 6 if they were all going to do an all flashback like season 6 episode. All episodes are going to be straight flashbacks. Season 5 is the end, and then they're going to make a season 6, just showing the origins of the. Because I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how season 5 is going to go. So, in my
Mhm.
opinion, I think we need more get in depth with Fatima. I mean, not Fatima, but Tabitha, Miranda, uh, Man in Yellow, Boy in White, etc. You know.
Right. I'm actually okay with it because it seems just from what we've seen in this season so far that they've thought through with at least so far it seems with Julie's story walking, the way they cut scenes and stuff to be allowed her to come back when she does do the story walking. Makes me think they thought it through enough that I'm okay with them like knowing how many seasons they need for the story and closing it off and not just kind of stretching it just for just so because we people want to see more. That's great. Then you get the filler episodes and some of the other crap that we hate. I like this. I like that they seem to know where they want to go. They know where they want to be, and they've kind of set themselves for that.
Right, right. What about you, James? How you feel about that?
Yeah, I think number 6 would have been okay, but I'm with Scarlett. If they know what they're doing and they show us just like you were saying enough to tell us about those things we want to know about, 5 is good because I do respect shows that know when to end.
Right, right. 5 seasons is decent. I wasn't. I'm not mad at 6. I'm not mad at 5 because before season, well, around the time they renewed the season for in season 3, they said it was going to be about 6 seasons. I remember an interview that I think Jack Bender had, and was it Jeff Pinkner, I think, and they were saying that they may go 6 seasons, but definitely 5. So I'm cool with 5. You know what I'm saying? Either way it went, I just didn't want it to be like an 8 to 10 season thing, and we're still waiting on the original answers. I just want the answers to, especially now with it being in season 4, I just want them to flourish, and I think that's what it's going to do. I think the answers will be in a great way revealing everything in this show that we've been waiting on. And shouts out to Terry Matthew because if my boy has been hitting it on the head, it seemed like ever since when y'all season 2
What?
with the tarot card readings and the upside down gem. He kind of fit it on the head a few times. You know what I'm saying? So I think this I think 5 is good. I think 5 is good. I was just hoping it wouldn't go past 6. So I think 5 is good.
Yeah, because once you go past 6, now you're getting into that territory of, like you said, Scarlet filler, and what are they throwing us just to throw it at us so they have the episode?
Money makers.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they know we're going to watch it. Anything dealing with From, the fan base is going to watch it. They could put out a cartoon and people will watch it. I will watch it. You know what I'm saying? But they could come out with a movie. I will watch it. Like
Well, they're doing
even
that
though
with Grimm. They're coming out with
with
a
Grimm, yeah,
movie
they
for
so yeah,
Grimm. I'm excited for that. I love Grimm. I
they
think,
ain't
and
new.
if you guys like magic, you guys should check out Grimm and like the Grimm fairy tales and all that stuff. It's a good watch.
Is there any new movies like new horror movies besides Resident Evil and Clayface coming out?
I would not know. I haven't been paying attention.
Man, me neither. I'm ready for Spider Man. That's the only movie I'm kind of waiting on. Not, but I've seen Resident Evil. Oh yeah, Clayface too. But I'm definitely ready for Spider Man.
There's a Practical Magic 2. I don't know if Dana likes that. It's not a serious maybe.
I know of it, but I'm not.
House of Dragons about to come back.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Look at
Yeah, I
James.
can't
He
think.
knows.
Well, I'm just looking at my trailer section
Don't
of
give
my
away your
Discord.
Well, we
secrets.
got about 20 more minutes, so we just go talk anything now.
Give
We
away your
just ain't got
secrets, James. Let the people think you know what you're doing.
Shit, they know better. They know better.
You look professional for a minute. Damn it.
Right, I don't know.
I
Nothing.
had look. I know what they did put. Did they ever put out that one for weapons? Was it prequel or whatever?
Not yet. I think it's in the works.
Okay.
Are they coming out with the prequel of the Auntie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta see
Supposed
that.
to be.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
good. When he was running at her ass at the gas station, bro, and Josh Brolin was just like, wait, yo, well, wait. I was just like, bro, you can't kill him. He's possessed. I said, my boy running so fast, Thanos can't even stop him. I love weapons though. I think
Yeah.
weapons was
When he got hit by that car, I was like, "Oh, that!" Like you felt it in your bones. Like,
You're like, oh.
damn. Oh.
when the kids was chasing her, spoiler for whoever's in they haven't seen weapons, but
Boy, that ending.
when the kids was chasing her, man, the kids was and that's the thing with weapons. Because fuck it, spoiler warning. In my opinion, this is why it won an Oscar. In my opinion, I think the boy is going to be the next up. Because I mean, the way he still had that boy under his control. I don't give a damn he still had that boy that was bullying him under his control. I don't give a damn. I mean, am I tripping or did he not? Because it just seemed like the boy was still under, I forget his name. The little boy.
Yeah, they left it a little bit like
the nephew.
They didn't really. I can't remember if they really told us or not. Or they left it kind of open ended. Like he left and he couldn't be with his parents anymore and shit. But no, that ending was crazy with the effects they used.
No,
it was comical and great. Her body got ripped apart.
But I'm talking about when. Yeah, that was just crazy. Are you talking
about the main little boy, like that lost his parents, or are you talking about the one with the cop?
The main little boy.
Well, I don't know if they left it open ended or not. I know they said something about like his parents had to go like be at a facility kind of situation, and then he got like adopted. I can't remember if he went to live with somebody or adopted. I can't remember.
He got adopted by his real aunt.
He got the powers now. He got the powers.
And they left it without like letting us know, like, because he knew how to work the magic a little bit, but they never told us. Which, if they do the prequel, then maybe they'll do something else where he gets to come back in later, like high school age or something.
Weapons was good. I like Weapons more than I liked him. And what's crazy was Jordan Peele was supposed to do Weapons, but I think they gave it to somebody else. And him was okay. But when you when around that time you got Weapons that dropped, I think Bring Her Back had just dropped, and Bring Her Back makes the exorcism look like Sesame Street. I promise y'all. I don't know if y'all ever seen Bring Her Back. It's made by the same people that made Talk to Me and Backrooms, and it was let me tell you this, it was so good I can't watch it again. It was so good I can't watch it again. It was real good. I've found myself watching Seven the other night, and I didn't realize that movie was that damn creepy for real with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
What's
That
in
was my
the
first time
box?
watching. What's in
What's in
the
the
box?
box?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good one.
yeah, that was a good. That was my first time watching it, and what's crazy is Denzel. I was watching an interview with Denzel, and he said that he was supposed to the Brad Pitt part, but ultimately he turned that down, but it worked out because I don't think anybody could have played Brad Pitt's part better than him or Morgan Freeman for real. And I mean, he said because I think Denzel turned it down because he said it felt too demonic. But I said, my boy, did you not just come out with the Bone Collector like literally 2 years after Seven dropped? And the Bone Collector was crazy. I don't know if y'all seen that one, but Bone Collector was kind of crazy
Yeah.
with Denzel Queen Latifah.
Yep.
I love Denzel.
Oh yeah, Denzel, my boy, top five. Because he could do everything. You know, he could play
Have you ever watched a show called Dark, Clay?
dark.
It's a
Came.
German made show. I think it's on Netflix, maybe still.
Yeah, it's on
I
Netflix.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen.
I mean, to me, it's if somebody said what's a show the most like from of any show you could name, I would say Dark.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that 'cause I go binge watch it now.
Hey man, if you
But
can,
you
I
have to pay
recommend it.
attention. But it's a show you have to pay attention to because if you turn away for 5 seconds, like it's definitely a show you have to follow and pay attention to.
Yeah, it's good though. I like
It
it.
is.
I'm gonna tell you what. Let me see. I watched From, and I got bored because the season just ended. And I think it was season 3. Yeah, it was season. No, it was season 2. It was season 2. The season just ended. And I said, I need something. I need something that's gonna fill my From void. You know what I'm saying? So I instantly started watching Lost, and I said, "Oh, like, oh my god, like I could have been watching this live as a teenager, and I missed this gem." And I binge watched it for like 2 weeks. That was the only thing I was watching. Lost. And it's crazy because certain people watch Lost first and then they watch From. But I watched From first and watched Lost, and I think
Scarlet too.
Lost just couldn't have been any better, man. Like I don't understand how people will get on Reddit and say they've been dead the whole time. Like I
I've
don't
always
understand
said that the confusion with Lost comes from people who didn't maybe understand the ending. Because I've come across a few people that once I explained the ending to them, they thought it was something told, and that's what they didn't like. And then they ended up, oh, like that's okay, that makes sense. So I
Right.
think because people thought, oh, the time on the island was purgatory, like it. A lot of confusion with Lost, and I think that's what they're trying to avoid with From is that
Mhm.
confusion.
I hope
Like
so
it's
because
I
I
do
didn't see any
too,
confusion though.
but like I don't think it's going to be purgatory. I
No,
really don't think it's going to be purgatory.
no. They even, I mean, Lost didn't give me purgatory vibes. Like they really crashed on the island, and
Yeah.
people made, but
Well, the flash sideways was the
it,
purgatory.
yeah,
That
that
was
was the only part though. That would came
yeah.
what season 5?
Yeah, people just thought that the island was purgatory, and it wasn't. Like what all
It
the
was
events that happened on the island happened on the island. The purgatory was the flash sideways because that was a place they created for themselves because they were not going to move on without each other. So they created
right.
that purgatory for themselves to find one another. And that's why they all kind of have that waking up kind of moment was when finally they were all together and the last person passed away.
Yeah, yeah, and they died. They all died at different times
Yes,
and stuff, but they came together in that moment at the end.
correct.
And I like. I mean, I thought it was a perfect ending. I didn't think it
Oh, it
was.
was sad. See it all
It
like
was
oh,
like
it was
perfect.
it was an emotional ending. But I enjoyed the ending of Lost.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it and the loss more than I enjoyed Stranger Things, and because boy, oh boy, I was pissed. I was pissed. I
A lot of
don't like
people.
the leave it to your imagination endings, and I was pissed. I like the show. The show is, in my opinion, is an 8 out of 10 show.
Well, we might get some of that with From. There might
Hope
not
Lord, I
be
hope
some answers that we're going to get that they're going to leave it up to us.
not. If they leave that melody out, I'm gonna. I'm like you, Scarlett. I'm going to be pissed. They have to say something about that melody.
Well,
I
the
was a
fact they're
kid.
showing
Why
the
would they put
ballerina again, and I don't think that's the ballerina from like the music box. I think it's just she's touching it and remembering like what that meant for whatever its meaning is. Um, so I think the melody's not, or at least explaining what the melody is. I don't think it's fully done.
no, no, they gotta come
Even
back.
if it's again Julie doing something, somehow somebody does something, or he just talks about it in some way, like oh, if it wasn't for y'all, coming in, Boyd, and then he starts telling about the music box and what its meaning is.
And what I mean by leave it to your imagination, I ain't talking about like something small, that they never would talk about. I think the melody is kind of a huge thing. What I mean by leave it to your imagination, like the exception, with Leonardo DiCaprio at the end, you don't know if he was in a dream or if he was in real life again. So I mean, I don't want that type of feel with From at the end, by the end. I want them to slap some answers on it, make it stick and let it be, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to leave it but we still don't know if the boy in white is evil, or we still don't know this, or I mean the man in yellow, where the entities came from, where his powers came from. I don't want us to be out here wondering about answers. You know what I'm saying? That I think they'll answer them though. So I don't think it'll be any confusion down when it comes to the end of it. I honestly I don't. I'm praying it doesn't. I'm praying it doesn't. But anything that doesn't just leave hey, just leave it to your imagination. Anything besides that, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I can't complain. Because I mean I didn't like the, leave it to your imagination with Stranger Things. Like I was just like, man, she's like part of like she's the main cast, and you want us to leave it to our imagination if she's this or that, so nah, like it was crazy. I agree though. I just hope it doesn't happen with our show. I just hope it doesn't happen. I'm going to still watch it. I'm not going to be the ones to be like, hey, I think this is going to happen, so I'm going to stop watching the show. Hell no, I'm too invested. I'm too invested. I can't stop watching it. Even if I wanted to, I can't watch it. I can't stop watching it.
Agreed.
I'm down for the ride. I'm willing to take whatever it comes, whatever comes with it. I'm not tripping about, especially not now, about how the ending is actually going to play out, because we just don't know. It could go either way. I just hope it's not a way of leave it to your imagination. That's all. If it is that, it's cool. I'm gonna still watch the show until that point, and I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. I really hope they prove me wrong. Yep. What y'all got planned for the rest of the day? What y'all on? We getting ready for Friday Night Fever? I know you getting ready for it, Scarlett.
Yep, I still got some bits to get ready for, but we got it all set up for the most part, so we'll dive into it. Back and see where we're at with our theories. I got to get some more clips together, but we'll see. I like the season so far. I feel like they're doing a lot of kind of references or callbacks or letting us know that certain threads are valid, and we're gonna dive into it and see what all you guys think.
Are you still doing the watch party on? Is it Saturday night on your live or Dana's live?
On mine.
Okay, okay. I knew it was one of those days.
On mine. Yes, we'll be doing the watch party. We have fun. Me and Scarlett have fun.
I know.
You
Look,
guys
I
have
got
to
a little
stay
drunk last
muted, but me
time.
and Scarlett are up in there like, you see
But
that?
I had to have a
See
couple
that?
shots somewhere along that episode. It got bad.
It got bad. It got dark quick as fuck. It got bad. I'm telling you. Mm. Yeah, so
They
I
ruined
will
Randall,
be
bastards.
Yep. And then
ready for that
Monday
shit.
we will be back for the content creator roundtable. So
Mhm.
it's going to be fun. I believe we have new watchers joining us this Monday, new watchers on the wall. We have Miss Jen the teacher joining us on Monday. Um
Was it Miss Lizzie?
yes, and Miss Lizzie from
Oh, Lizzie, hell
What If
yeah.
from Cast.
Shouts out to Lizzie. And I talked to new watchers on the wall too. They reached out to me on TikTok.
Nice.
So yeah.
I'm glad to see him back around. Probably brings us all back.
It
I'm
does.
telling
It
you,
does.
it does it quick. It's like Thanos snap, but bring it back real quick.
Yep.
And
So
James
it's going to be
Discord is jumping. Let me say that. Like every time I turn around, it's like 10 people is joining James Discord by the minute.
yes.
Yep. I'm very blessed with that.
Damn right.
Right? Getting the Walking Dead conversations going again.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I wasn't in there a whole lot before, so I'm trying to get back in there and talk to everybody and do stuff.
I
Yes.
think I'm gonna watch season 4 of The Walking Dead today. That was my favorite season. I ain't gonna lie. Might watch a couple episodes of season 4. When Rick is starting
was
to
a good
become
one.
Rick.
Yeah. That leading into season 5. I like those 2 seasons.
Yep. Agreed.
I think I'm gonna say season 1. I like up until, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen The Walking Dead since maybe season 11. I watched the Ones Who Lived, but I haven't seen Daryl's Walking Dead. I haven't seen Maggie's and Negan's Walking Dead. I haven't watched it in a minute. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll take out the time to watch Daryl Dixon's Walking Dead. That's what I'll do. How you feel
Out
about
of
that,
all
James?
of them, Daryl's is the best.
Oh hell yeah! Then I gotta watch it. Then I
Yeah.
gotta watch.
I mean, it's not. You
Yeah.
know, great, but it's okay.
But if I had to choose one out of all of them, yeah, Daryl is.
I mean, I
the
like the
best.
Ones Who Live. I'm not going to say it was. I'm not going to say it was great, but I thought it was. I thought it was good for what they had. You know what I'm saying? You're working with 2 of the original characters, some new characters, and it's somehow connected. You know, to the original, because it is canon, right? The Ones Who Live is canon, James. Is
Oh
it
yeah,
part
for
of the
sure.
original? Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, so I mean, it was decent. It was decent, and also John Locke was in it, so I can't help but to like it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I like The Ones Who Live, but yeah, I haven't seen Daryl Dixon or Maggie's Walking Dead, so I think I'm going to go check out Daryl Dixon and see what's
Yep.
going on. My boy Daryl.
Maybe it's all about to round up, because I think Dead City season 3 coming this year, maybe the last, and Daryl Dixon season 4 coming this year, maybe the last of that. So they may be like planning a reunion to get some of the characters together and maybe end it, as far as those characters go anyway.
Right.
And it's about time. I mean, really, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
How many seasons all together? Is it like what, 20, like maybe 20 seasons all together? Like the main universe of Walking Dead?
Well, it's just the 11 main seasons, and then you got the spin-offs, the Ones Who Live and the Daryl and the Dead City. There's one called World Beyond or something like that.
I would have loved, out of all the
Okay, yeah.
friggin'
I think I've heard that.
spin-offs, I was the most interested in. Was
World
the
Beyond.
Beyond, yeah.
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 And that's the one they cut off. Like,
Yeah.
Gimple, fucking good.
Yeah, I didn't. I never watched neither one of those. I'm definitely gonna go back and actually check those out and I'm gonna check those out, and then I'm gonna get in Discord. I'm like, man, I see what you're saying. Because I was just like, man, what the hell? Watching The Ones Who Live was, was like I was like, man, okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but I couldn't help but to watch it because it brought some of those old Walking Dead feelings back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Seeing Rick trying to get back to Michonne and to his kids, But it was just like, okay, so what happens from here now? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, the show I think fell off after a while, but I think it's because of those early seasons. It'll live for a long, long time with people.
yeah. Well, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I will be on Friday Night's Fever tomorrow night because I'm off. Thank God I'm off. We can have some fun.
Space the weekend,
We gonna
folks.
talk
We're
some
pretty
shit
much
over there.
there. Working
And we
for the
are almost there
weekend.
to the next episode from Merrily We Go. So I can't wait for it. Can't wait to talk about it with Scarlett, James, and Dana. Make sure y'all subscribe to their channels, whoever is in here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for coming through, talking some fun with me, man.
It's fun.
Of
Enjoyed it.
course.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Bye, everybody. Have a great
Bye.
one.
Peace.